Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel HDAMS Tech. My name is Mohammad Abubakar. In our previous video, we covered the introduction of Fortigate firewall, including its purpose, how networks operate with a firewall, without a firewall, and with firewall, along with the advantages and disadvantages of using a firewall in an organization. Today I am going to briefly explain the real Fortigate web interface and all its important topics. We will discuss the purpose of each section so that you can understand how Fortigate is used in real world environment. So don't skip this video because every section is important for learning Fortigate firewall administration. Let's start with the dashboard. Under the dashboard menu, we will cover the following topics. Status shows the current health of firewall in real time. It helps you quickly see if the firewall is working properly or if it is overloaded by showing basic system information like CPU and memory uptime. Quick system health check, easy to monitor the statuses of the firewall. Next, security shows all security activities happening on the firewall. It helps you see if any attacks, malware or blocked traffic is happening so you can respond quickly and protect the network. Threat detection, blocked attack, real-time security visibility here. And network shows how your network is working, including internet usage and traffic flow. It helps you understand if the network is running smoothly or if there are slow or busy links. You can check interface traffic, bandwidth usage, monitors network performance clearly here. And users and devices shows all users and devices connected to the network. It helps you know who is using the network and what devices are connected so you can control access and improve security. Logged in users and known devices, easy user and device tracking here. And also you can add the dashboards if you want. We can add as per your requirement. And we'll see FortiView source shows where the traffic is coming from, and it helps you identify which users or devices are using the most internet or generating unusual traffic. We can filter and we can check like user PCs, servers, guest Wi-Fi users, all those things. And here FortiView destinations shows where users are going on the internet. It helps you see which website or cloud service are being accessed. We can check through the destination of IP and country, region, everything. Like they are trying to reach Google, Microsoft 365, YouTube, and it detect unsafe or unusual websites. FortiView application shows which apps are being used in the network. It helps you control application using and manage internet speed for different apps like WhatsApp, Teams, Netflix. For example, control app usage, manage bandwidth. And FortiView websites shows which websites users are visiting. It helps monitor browsing activity and block harmful or unwanted websites. Example, Facebook, news website, business portals. Monitor user browsing, improve security here. And FortiView policies shows which firewall rules are being used the most. It helps you understand which policies are active and how traffic is passing through the firewall. Example, LAN to WAN policy, VPN policy. See active firewall rules here. FortiView sessions, and here all live connections happening right now in the network, and it helps you see real-time traffic between users, external servers for troubleshooting, active user connections, live traffic sessions, real-time monitoring, helpful for troubleshooting here. You can filter the each category and you can check the sessions from the FortiView sessions, and also you can add other tabs and you can monitor as well. You can adjust as per your requirement. You can adjust this one and you can monitor everything from here, from FortiView sessions. There are many things to monitor here. And we will cover network. Inside the network we can see like interfaces. Interfaces are used to connect the firewall to different networks, which includes the internal network and internet connection and VLAN networks. Basically it decides how the firewall is physically and logically connected to all parts of the network, so data can enter and leave properly. We can create here LAN ports and WAN port, and for example WAN port for we will use internet connection, and LAN port for internal network for our users we can use, and VLAN interface virtual networks. All we can create the interfaces from here. And from the DNS used to convert website names like google.com into IP addresses, translate the IP address into names to IP address. Computers cannot understand names, so DNS help the find the correct server IP so websites and service can load properly. For example, if you specify here 8.8.8.8, this is public IP for the Google, so you can add here primary and secondary DNS to connect the internet. Helps user access website easily using names, so required for internet and application access here. If DNS is wrong, internet will not work properly. And packet capture. Packet capture is used to record and analyze live network traffic passing through the firewall. It helps administrators see exactly what data is going in and out when there is a network problem or security issues. Example, debug internet connection issues, check why applications is not working, analyze traffic flow between devices. Very powerful tool for troubleshooting. Also SD-WAN. SD-WAN is used to manage multiple internet connections like ISP1 and ISP2. It automatically selects the best path for traffic based on speed, performance and reliability. If one internet link fails, it automatically switches to another. Example, ISP1 plus ISP2 load balancing we will use for this one. Automatically to improve internet performance, provides backup and high availability our internal users. So we can make here rules and performance SLAs and all those things we will slowly cover in the topics. And static routes are manually configured paths that tell the firewall exactly where to send traffic. It is like giving fixed direction to network traffic. We will give here static routes. We will enter our local network IP address here and DNS gateway address. And policy routes are used to control traffic based on rules like source IP and destination IP or application. It allows different types of traffic to use different internet path based on conditions, like VoIP traffic through ISP1, normal browsing through ISP to flexible traffic control, this one, better performance tuning. And RIP is a simple routing protocol used to automatically share routing information between routers in small networks. It helps routers learn path without manual configuration. Small office routing setup, easy to configure. It is not suitable for large or complex networks. OSPF, Open Shortest Path First, dynamic routing protocol used in enterprise networks. It automatically finds the best and fastest path between networks and update routing information when changes happen. It's used in enterprises internal routing, and fast and efficient routing works well in large networks, more complex to configure also. And BGP, border gateway protocol, is a routing protocol used between large networks and ISPs. It controls how internet traffic flows between different organizations and is used for global routing decisions. ISP to ISP connection, large enterprise internet routing, high scalable, stable for internet routing. This one, very complex configurations. And routing objects. Routing objects are reusable components used in routing configurations. Instead of writing everything again, we can reuse objects like route maps and access lists, prefix lists, as path lists, community list to simplify management. Route maps save time in configuration, so it saves time in configuration, reduce errors also. Multicast is used to send one data stream from one source to many users at the same time. Instead of sending multiple copies, it sends one stream efficiency to multiple receivers. IPTV streaming, live video broadcast. It saves bandwidth and efficiency for large audiences. Complex to configure and manage as well. Policy objects. Inside the policy objects, we have firewall policy. Firewall policy is used to control how data moves between different networks. It decides what traffic is allowed and what traffic should be blocked based on rules we create. It is the main security control of the firewall, because every internet or network connections passes through these rules first. Allow LAN to internet access, block unwanted or malicious traffic. This is like a main security control of the firewall. Full controls network access, this one. If you configure wrongly, can break network or block users. And IPv4 DOS policy. IPv4 DOS policy is used to protect the network from attacks that try to overload the firewall or network. It detects unusual traffic to many requests from one source and block or limits it to prevent network failure. Sign flood attack protection. ICMP flood blocking protects network from attacks and overload. Address. Here, addresses are used to define IP objects in the firewall. Instead of using a raw IP address everywhere in policies, we create named object like server or subnet. This makes policy creation easier and more organized. It makes like policy creation simple and clean. Internet Service Database. ISDB is a built-in database that contains predefined cloud services and internet applications. It helps us allow or block services like Google or Microsoft without manually entering IP addresses. Easy to configure policy for cloud services. Limited customization options. Services. Inside the services, it defines which ports and protocols are allowed or blocked in the firewall. It controls communication based on port numbers like HTTP, HTTPS, SSH. So only approved traffic can pass. Flexible control over network communications. If we do wrong configuration, can block application as well. So we must do carefully. Schedules are used to control which firewall rules are active. It allows us to define time-based access, so internet or network access can be allowed or blocked during specific hours. Internet allowed during office hours, like block internet after working hours. So we can manage the internet from here. And virtual IPs are used to publish internal servers to the internet. It maps a public IP address to private internal server, so external users can securely access internal services like websites or applications. If you misconfigured, it can expose internal systems, our company systems. So IP pools are used for outbound NAT. They assign range of public IP address to internal users when they access the internet. This helps distribute traffic and avoid using only one IP, like multiple public IP usage for internet access. Load sharing NAT setup, improve traffic distribution. Here require proper IP management. Protocol options. Protocol options are used to control how network protocols behave inside the firewall. It allows fine control over things like sessions, timeout, packet inspection, and protocol handling. Session timeout settings, protocol inspection, tuning. Traffic shaping. Traffic shaping is used to control and manage bandwidth for different applications. It ensures important traffic like business apps get priority while limiting less important traffic like video streaming. We can create limit for YouTube's, and prioritize VoIP calls. So improve network performance and stability. So friends, this was a brief introduction to the Fortigate web interface dashboard section. We still have many important topics to cover, that security policies and VPN, user authentication, and system security fabric, log reports, which I will explain in the upcoming videos. See you in the next video. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the HDMS Tech. Thank you for watching.